So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Come on into your child's pose, please. Excellent. So just going ahead and settling down, bringing your hips to your heels, bringing your forehead there to the floor. Finding just a nice comfortable place to orient the arms, whether that's reaching them out in front of you or sitting them back by your sides. Making any subtle adjustments that you need so that this position can be one of comfort and a bit of stillness. So we're trying to find a shape that we can sustain for a few breaths without having to fix or fidget or adjust. Start to slow down your breath, longer, deeper, fuller inhales. Smoother, sweeter, calmer exhales. With your inhale, taking in something that you want to sustain over the course of your practice. And using the exhales to get rid of something that no longer belongs. Also, as we start to find our breath, maybe you're just on your own, recalling someone in your mind who can't be at yoga today, but who really needs another extra breath or two. So often when we think about setting an intention on our mat, it's very self-focused, but there is something really cool and powerful and wonderful about setting an intention to breathe deeply for someone else who can't right now. Whether it's very literally someone who is having difficulty breathing, or whether it's someone who's facing a great challenge. I invite you, if it works for you this morning, to just hold that person in your heart. When things get a little challenging or choppy, can you let their breath and that person's life drive you to seek what's past the challenge? Wherever you are now in your breath, would you go ahead and exhale all your air out? Feel the lungs empty. And then fill up slow, deep, smooth inhale. We exhale, HA. Follow that up with another deep, sweet, loving inhale. And exhale, HM. One more time on your own, full, slow inhale. And exhale in your own way. So great. Let's walk the arms out long in front if they're not there already. Come to hands and knees, fingers spread wide. And we're just going to begin by moving into our spine with some cat-cows. So as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin, open your heart towards the sky. As you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, draw your tail between your legs. Again, inhaling to open up the heart, roll the shoulders down the back, really lift through that chin and throat. Exhale, curl and draw everything towards one another. Beautiful. One more time, right like that. Can you get a little more motion, a little more arch in the spine? And one more exhale, round it out, tuck it under. A few more breaths here on your own. You can continue with those smooth cats and cows. You can add on a little roll of the shoulders or a fancy little sway of the hips. Big shout out to my mom. She's in class today. Yeah. She won't appreciate me saying that, but Mom, I'm breathing for you today. And then go ahead and find some stillness on your hands and knees. Just feel the way that your hands are under your shoulders. Make sure your knees are a little separated. They're underneath your hips. Really cool. Draw the navel just a bit in towards your spine. And then take your next inhale to stretch your right hand forward, your exhale to extend your left leg back behind you. So first we found mobility in our spine. Here's your introduction to stability through your spine. What is it like here as you notice the little sways, the gentle wiggle wobbles? Can you find the posture, breathe into it, stay inside of it? Notice your jaw wanting to clench, your shoulders wanting to squeeze. Can you find the breath even here? One more inhale, and exhale, return hand and knee to the floor. We'll find it on the other side. Your breath, left arm reaches forward, right arm extends back behind you. And you can play around with what the foot is doing. Notice if you flex the foot hard or point the toes strongly, that usually changes things. Notice what's going on in your left knee. Really nice, Valerie, squeezing it strong and straight. Gentle still through the neck and the shoulder, inhaling. And exhaling, hand and knee back to the floor. Really beautiful. One more chance to open up through our shoulders. Take your inhale, reach the right hand up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, thread the right arm through your left arm. Your right ear and shoulder come all the way down to the earth. Your hips are still up towards the sky. Left arm can stay as it is. It can wind behind your back, or it can stretch long on the floor in front of you. None of these positions is more advanced or more better than the other. It's just about what your body needs. Lovely. Return your left palm to the floor, please. Really big inhale, unravel all the way. Fly your right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, put the right hand down. Inhale, breathe the left hand high now. Look up if you can. Exhale, thread left arm through the right arm. Left ear, left shoulder, kiss down to the earth. And then just noticing what that right arm is called to do here. Return your right palm to the floor. Inhale, stretch the left hand high towards the sky. And exhale, return it to the mat. From here, let's curl the toes under, stretch your hips high, push your heels towards the floor. We introduce down dog into the body. Make it like a really nice, smooth introduction. So bend the knees a few times, maybe gently nod your head, a little yes, a little no. This is a great place to maybe work through your facial muscles, a little flutter of the lips, maybe a big lion's breath sticking out the tongue. And then you'll just start to notice your body moving towards some stillness, towards a shape you can sustain. Feel here the hands about shoulders width. Try and spread your fingers open really wide. Press a little firmer down through the tips of the fingers and get a bit lighter if you can through the heels of your palms. Imagine you're pressing the floor away from you rather than sinking down into your wrists and shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades wide across your back. Imagine rotating the upper arms away from one another. If you find that your back is really rounded and the hamstrings are a bit tight this morning, go ahead and subtly bend through your knees. This might allow you to straighten out your back, and then with time, the knees will work towards straight. We're encouraging the heels towards the floor. Don't worry if they're not touching just yet, or if they don't ever touch. Slow breath in, and let that go. Take a deep bend of your knees, look forward. Now walk to the front of your mat and hang heavy in a forward fold. Separate the feet a bit for stability here, and let your head drape your spine heavy and down. Knees can be as bent as you'd like here. Option to grab for opposite elbows. Yeah, Lindsay, and maybe just sway a bit from side to side. Paying attention not only to where you are in space, but how it feels inside of the space you're in. Relax those arms if you've grabbed them, please. With an inhale, find a half lift. So the fingers come up to the shins or the thighs. Your heart space is reaching forward. Your spine is flat like a table. Totally fine if you have to come up a little higher than parallel to the floor. Think about that long, lengthened spine. With an exhale, let your body forward fold once again. And now next breath, let's reach up tall to standing, our mountain pose. So arms are overhead. There's some energy reaching through fingertips, through crown of head. There's a sense of even distribution between your right and left foot, between the front and the back of your foot. You can feel the way that your kneecaps are lifting up your legs, a little more effort through the quads. Notice what the glutes are doing. Maybe give them just a little active squeeze. Feel how that neutralizes the pelvis for many of us. And then go ahead and just close your eyes and let yourself be. Don't worry about your anatomy. Don't worry about doing it perfect. Just do your breathing. That's really enough. As we flutter the eyes open, look towards the sky, reach your chest a little taller, maybe reach back. On your exhale, fold forward towards your toes. Good. With your following breath, come on right back up into mountain. Inhale all the way up tall to standing. Continue to reach up, maybe start to go back. And then when your exhale comes, dive into your forward fold. One more time on your own, your breath, your movement, all the way to standing, reaching into as deep a back bend as you wish, following your breath all the way down to the floor. With your inhale, let's meet in half lift. Feel your shoulders a little away from the ears and a little towards each other on your back. Exhale, place your palms to the earth, walk your feet back and pause here in an upper push-up plank. Stack, if you can, your shoulders over your wrists. Feel your hips and shoulders the same height. If you can, Lauren, hips just a little lower down, okay? Yeah. If you'd like to modify, your knees come to the floor. This helps you build strength for next time. With an inhale, press the mat away. As you exhale, crease your elbows in tight, lower your body halfway. On the inhale, upward facing dog, chest lifts, shoulders roll down the back, toes are untucked. With your exhale, curl the toes under, lift your hips, drop your heels, downward facing dog. Take in a breath for you or for whoever else needs it. Exhale, let it fly. Lovely. With our next inhale, let the right leg lift up and back. Take a moment, just feel what it is to have square hips, a straight knee, and all that length through your back leg. Now exhale, change something about your shape. Bend the knee, perhaps roll the hip open. Do a little wiggle of your toes or a circle of the ankle. Just let it feel nice. Let's inhale, lengthen and lift the right leg towards the sky. And then exhale, shoulders over the wrist, pull your knee towards your nose. Feel the abs engage. On your inhale, kick the right leg high up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, shoulders return forward over the wrists. Inhale, lift and lengthen it high. Exhale, shoulders over the wrist, knee to the nose. Now softly step your foot between your hands. Turn your back heel down to the floor, rise up. Here's our warrior one. Good. So just checking in with the basics. My right foot pointing forward, my right knee guiding in the same direction as the right toe. Feel yourself sitting down to a place that gives you the appropriate amount of effort without being something that you're fighting or forcing yourself into. Notice the left knee a little stronger, a little straighter, the way the left pinky toe presses into the mat. Let that help you spiral your left hip forward, your left shoulder forward as well. Now scan through the body, notice one place that you're holding that does not serve you. Permission now to let some of that go, to find some softness inside of your strength. Take an inhale to what you've got. Exhale, change your shape, warrior two. Now the right arm reaches forward, left arm back. We're spinning our chest open to the left side of the mat. The hips almost square to the left side of the mat. Prioritize keeping your right knee over the right big toe, even if that means you need to spiral your left thigh in just a little bit. Notice the way your shoulders are drawing away from the ears, the way those shoulder blades are wide across your open heart. Take an inhale, notice what we've got. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor, step your feet back to a plank position, and you flow from your high push-up to low, from your upward facing to downward facing dog. Always the option to drop your knees throughout those flows. Really good, everybody. Into the left side. So here we go. Inhale, lift your left leg high up and back. Just take a moment. Don't worry about how high, but can you really focus on how square, how strong? Yeah, and then we change the shape. We roll it open. Maybe you're lucky enough to have the room to flip your dog over or to find a fallen triangle. Coming back to your three-legged, feel the left knee straight and the left toes high. On the exhale, fire up the abs, shoulders over the wrist, knee towards the nose. Inhale, sends the leg high up and back, press the floor away. Exhale, squeeze it together. Can you get skin to skin contact? Inhale, stretch it up high. Once again, shoulders over the wrist, knee to the nose, hover and silently step your foot between your hands. Gorgeous. Back heel down to the floor. Here we go. Rise up your warrior one. As your arms and chest lift, remind your hips to root down. Notice if the lower back is getting a lot of arch in it. Can you just encourage the pelvis to level? Maybe imagining your sacrum drawing more towards the mat. As we gaze forward or up towards the fingertips, let the facial muscles be just kind and relaxed. No grimace or gripping of the eyebrows, of the jaw. Take an inhale to feel this shape. And our exhale, we move, warrior two. Reaching that left arm forward, the right arm back. The gaze traditionally over the front hand, but if that bothers your neck at all, feel free to take the gaze straight ahead of you or wherever feels good. Noticing, taking stock, how left side might be different from right side. Not that you've got a good side or a bad side, but just being aware of how your body shows up on the mat today. With our next breath, let's open through the heart, deepen in a lunge if you can. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Lovely, step back and high to low flow. As you return to down dog this time, I'll invite you to flow on your own, one breath, one movement, from warrior one to warrior two, right and left side. This is your chance, your opportunity to flow like you. You get to design how much effort there is. You get to notice what opportunities there are to find mobility. Take all the time you need. Continue to be a witness to that breath as it's going through your body. Such a great indicator of what you're doing for yourself here. And if the breath is ever held or choppy or somehow strained, you're invited to come back to that original child's pose shape. Our breath is always primary here. Any asanas or postures we do are just on top of that. As we're starting to return to down dog, exhale, please, all your air away. Inhale, deep, 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 deep. And exhale, let it go. Sweet, let's bend the knees, look forward. Step, or if you wish, jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, find your half lift. And exhale, let's forward fold, heavy, soft. Stand your feet, please, at hips width and distance. Notice the toes pointing forward. And then with your inhale, just sit down into your chair. Heart lifts, hips drop. We get to choose in this chair pose if it's an opportunity or if it's an effort. And there's such a fine line between those things. But can you make the distinction? Is it an opportunity for you to tap into something that's just below the surface, for you to tap into strength that you didn't know that you had? Or is it this effort that you just must yourself through? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me, but can you start to get honest about your why here? A little length through the spine, a little weight towards the heels, a little lift from our heart, and then exhale, forward fold. Let's interlace the fingers behind our backs. Inhale, lift the knuckles up and a little forward. Just a gentle stretch here through the shoulders and the chest. For those of you who have the hyperextendable elbows, just put a small bend into your elbows and notice how that might give you a little more opening through your shoulders. Yeah. Carefully release your hands to the floor. With your inhale, take a half lift. And exhale, hands come to the mat. Walk your feet back, pause in a plank position. It's our first little core effort this morning. So still hips and shoulders same height, still shoulders balanced right on top of the wrists. Again, if you need to drop your knees to the mat, I'm totally fine with it. From here, can you touch your right hand to your left shoulder? Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Touch your left hand to the right shoulder. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. One more time, right to left. Hold, long breath in. Long breath out. Right hand down, left hand up. Find that deep breath in. That deep breath out. Left hand down. Inhale, press the mat away. Exhale, your choice, flow, or just press to down dog. Your choice, your practice. Maybe starting to get a little warm. Good for you. Let's bend the knees, look forward again. Step or lightly jump yourself to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold heavy. Feet at hips within distance, toes point forward. Go ahead, second set in your chair. Weight back towards the heels, long spine. Listen carefully. As you exhale, lower your stomach to your thighs, your chest to your knees, your arms out long in front of you. So you're folded into a half chair. Try and keep those knees, separated just a little bit here. Now belly connected to the thighs, peel just your chest off your knees, working through that low spine and the thoracic spine. And exhale, forward fold. Yes. With our left hand to the mat, our right hand to the ceiling, take a gentle spinal twist. You can bend here through the left knee. Yeah, looks good. And let that go. Let's bring the right hand down. Inhale the left hand high. A little bend here through the right knee. Maybe turning the chin a little closer to the left shoulder. Get your cervical spine involved. And go ahead and let it go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, palms to the mat. Walk your feet back. Pause, upper push-up plank. Our second little work through the abdominal muscles. Feet are at hips width and distance. Lower yourself one at a time to your elbows. So right elbow down, left elbow down. And then strong bodies, push up. Right hand, left hand. We do it the other side. So left elbow down, right elbow down. Push up, left hand, right hand. One more time each side. Right elbow, left elbow. Challenge yourself to go slow. Right hand, left hand. Last one, left elbow, right elbow. Left hand, right hand. Inhale, big breath, press away. Exhale, either flow or downward facing dog. Right away, as your heels move to the mat, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Nice, Alexandra. Exhale, fold yourself heavy. Lovely. Feet hips width. Come on back, third and final chair pose. Just for a little bit of fun, shift the weight towards your left foot. Float your right foot 1 inch off the floor. Notice all that fire, all that heat in your right glute. Excuse me, left glute. Put your right foot down, shift the weight over. Pick that left foot just 1 inch up off the floor. That's all you need to challenge the strength of the leg. Place the left foot down. 2 feet on the floor probably means you can sit a little lower, reach your heart a little higher, and exhale into your forward fold. Excellent. Let's take a gorilla pose here. So bend your knees quite a lot. Slide your hands underneath your feet from the front side. Yeah, you can bend your knees a lot here. Many of us will stay with knees fairly bent. If you have the flexibility, you might start to lift your hips up, drop up on your kneecaps to get some length through the legs. If your legs are all the way straight, go ahead and bend at your elbows and start to use your arm strength to draw your head down towards your toes. Cool. Keep the shoulder blades lifting up your back towards your hips. There you are. Release your hands out from underneath your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Walk your feet back. I bet you guessed it. We pause here, upper push-up plank. This time, could you roll onto your left hand, the outside edge of your left foot? Let's take a side plank, side arm balance. If being on your elbow is better for your wrists, I'm fine with that. If bringing your left knee to the floor is better for your life, go ahead and do that. Perhaps you're floating the right arm over your ear or lifting the right leg towards the sky. Looks so nice, Jonathan. Let's release the hand down, the foot down. Find yourself upper push-up. And then roll onto the right hand, outside edge of the right foot. Try the same modification that you tried on the other side. Maybe lifting a leg. Maybe having a sense of humor about it. And gently return your upper push-up position. Take a breath, push away. Your choice, flow or downward facing dog. Whew. All together, deep, deep inhale. Sweet, sweet exhale. With your next breath, let's lift the right leg up and back. Let's exhale, step the foot between your hands. Rise from warrior one and into your warrior two. Notice that as you transition to warrior two, you might need a slightly longer step. Sometimes we cheat ourselves in this one, but notice that that longer step might actually help you to sit down low into your lunge. Notice that opening across the hamstrings, the pelvis. Keep your legs where they are. Flip your right palm towards the sky, and let's reach the right arm up, over, and back through our reverse warrior. Here it's a sideways bend, so notice all the length you're creating throughout the whole right side of your body. Avoid crunching or collapsing on the left side, so imagine putting a little bit of air underneath your left armpit. One more breath, we reach back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands, beautiful, Jessica, all the way to the floor, step back, high to low flow. Link that movement continuously as you're back in down dog. Inhale, lifts the left leg. Exhale, use that abdominal strength you've built to step your foot through. Rise, inhale, warrior one. Open, exhale, warrior two. Good adjustment in that stride, Lauren. Everybody notice your navel in towards your spine and up towards your throat. Good core engagement. Now flip the left palm, reach the left hand, up, over, and back. Try not to lose that sense of lift through the spine, through that navel support. Just because you're going back doesn't mean that we start to crunch or drop down. Inhale, feel the left rib cage expand and lengthen. And exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step back, high to low flow. As you're back into down dog this time, let's go ahead and flow one breath, one movement. Warrior one, warrior two, and reverse warrior right and left side. This nice, long, juicy sequence of movement to flow through. Give yourself permission, if you can, to linger in something that feels good. To maybe even close your eyes and tap into something that's a sensation that's non-visual. Noticing here if you're just putting your body through the motions or if you're actually taking yourself into your yoga. There's a difference. Taking a moment to reconnect to ourselves and one another. Exhale all the air away. Inhale, notice the lungs swell and expand. And exhale, HA. Let it go. As you inhale, lift the right leg. With your exhale, step the foot between your hands. Turn the back heel to the floor. Now float your arms along your sides for a power lunge. We've got warrior one legs on the bottom and a half lift spine on the top. Your arms are like airplane wings. They help to support you. So turn your palms to face down and actively reach your fingertips towards the back edge of your mat. Lift those hands just a bit higher. Now clasp them behind you, interlacing the fingers and rolling the heart open. Keep your chest exactly where it is. Inhale, reach the two arms long out in front of you. Be in this heat. Yes, you can. It's an opportunity. With our inhale, we rise, warrior one. With our exhale, open, warrior two. So lovely. Flip your right palm, reach up, over, and back. Reverse your warrior. With your exhale, right elbow to the right thigh, left bicep over the ear for a supported extended side angle. Nice. Noticing with that elbow on the thigh, try not to sink into your elbow. You're still using all of that core strength to lift your body up and away. Welcome to stay here or amp up the challenge by extending the right arm out as well. Don't let your chest roll to the floor. Keep encouraging that left shoulder back, that heart space long. Exhale, release your left hand to the floor, your right hand to the sky. We revolve this side angle. You might need to step your back foot in a scooch, really technical term, or bring your left knee down to the floor. This will help to square the hips so that the rotation can really be felt through the spine. Let your left shoulder and rib cage move a little closer towards your right knee and thigh. Exhale, unravel. Take your right hand on the inside of your right leg, behind your calf and around for an ankle bind. Your right arm should have moved counterclockwise around your right ankle. Options here, again, to drop the left knee down or to bring your left hand to grasp your right ankle as well. If you're holding on to your ankle, can you take your elbows off the floor? One more inhale, breath. Exhale, unravel. Right hand down, left hand high. Look up towards those left fingertips. Keep your hips low and squeeze yourself back up, warrior two. Stay here for a breath. I promise you'll like it. On your exhale, straighten your right leg. Inhale, reach your right hand forward and then down. Let's take a triangle pose. So right hand is finding the shin or the thigh, maybe the floor on the right leg. Your left hand is reaching up towards the ceiling, and maybe your gaze is up towards the left fingertips as well. Feel that length from the crown of the head out through your left hip. One more breath, rolling it open. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down, bend the right knee. Step your right foot back, flow. Let's keep moving, friends. Inhale, lengthen the left leg up behind you. Exhale, step the foot through. Turn your back foot down, strong, arms along your sides. When we have an opportunity to sit inside something that presents a little bit of challenge, right? It gives us a choice. How are we going to respond? Do we respond by deepening our breath and giving ourselves sustenance? Or do we respond by gripping, biting, or churning through a dialogue that doesn't work? Interlace your fingers behind you. Just roll the chest open for a moment. Exhale, two arms long in front of you. You are very likely stronger than you think you are. Let yourself find that heat, that strength. As we inhale, lift to a warrior one. As we exhale and open a warrior two. How good, flip the left palm, reverse your warrior. How good can that reverse warrior feel in the context of having just been in your power lunge? On your exhale, left elbow to the left thigh, right bicep over the ear. Turning and lifting that heart a little more towards the sky. There's an option to extend the left arm as well. Really try and root through your right heel as you do this. Inhale, one more breath. And exhale, right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky, finding this rotation. Step your back foot in a little bit if you need to, or good choice, bring the right knee down to the floor. Here we're feeling the right ribs, right shoulder hug a little closer into the left knee and thigh. Inhale, breath. Exhale, take your left hand inside of your left leg, behind your calf and around. You should be looping your left hand clockwise around your left leg. You can drop the right knee if you wish. You can maybe start to work on balance, hands towards the shin. Drop your head here if you can. Inhale, unravel, left hand down, right hand up. Come back to 2 feet if you modified to a knee. And inhale, squeeze it up, warrior 2. Stay inside those nice low hips, that nice bent knee for just one more moment. And inhale, squeeze your left leg straight. Lovely. Reach left hand forward. Exhale, left hand down, triangle pose. Up. Don't worry about how low your left hand is going on your leg. Prioritize keeping the leg straight and keeping your shoulders stacked on top of one another from top to bottom. Try not to let that right shoulder roll forward. Really nice there, Travis. If you can, look towards the right fingertips. One more breath. And exhale, hands come to the floor. Step left foot back, high to low flow. Inhale, big, big breath. Exhale, let it fly. Right away, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, lift your heart halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Feet together before you can think yourself out of it. Drop your hips, lift your heart and arms, thunderbolt. Palms are together over your head. Now exhale, drag them to your heart center. Keep your hips low, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist left elbow over your right knee. Seated prayer. Lovely to stay where you are. 2 palms pressing into each other, heart space rolling open. Options to fly your arms open wide or to bind. Lauren, I'm really impressed with you taking this posture with a dog licking your face. Inhale, come on, back to heart center, puff up your chest. We should all be so lucky. Exhale, twist, other way, right elbow over your left thigh. Yes, challenge yourself to sit down. When we keep our hips lower, it helps to keep our spine neutral. Oliver, try and lean your chest forward towards your hands so you're not back bending so much. Good job. Choices to fly away, to bind. Inhale, come on, back to heart center, lift your chest. And exhale, dive into your forward fold. Inhale, feel your halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step your feet back, pause, final pause, I promise, in your upper push-up plank. You have a choice. Knees can go to the floor or stay lifted. Exhale, lower your body halfway down. Now strong, push the floor away. Exhale, lower the body halfway down. You've got it, squeeze, push yourself back up. Nice. Exhale, lower halfway down, and then right into your flow. Inhale, open up the heart, upward facing. And exhale, press those hips high, downward facing dog. Deep, full breath in. Let it go out. With your next inhale, right leg lifts up and back. As you exhale, step the foot through your hands. Back heel lifted, rise high, crescent lunge. You've prepared yourself for this moment. We've done lots of back bending, opening the spine. We've done lots of warrior lunges, encouraging you to sit low. We've done a lot of twists already. Can you fire up your back butt cheek and notice what that does to lengthen the hip flexor? On your exhale, 2 hands to heart center. Lift your spine long and we will twist left elbow over your right knee. If this is getting too wobbly, drop your left knee to the floor, okay? I don't want you to try and hold your breath, just to hold the shape. You have choices to fly away or to bind. Breathing here is not a choice. Slow and controlled, come back to heart center. Try not to put your hands on the floor. Yes, friends. Exhale, 2 hands to the mat. Listen, just jump, switch your feet. So left foot forward, right foot back. Yep, make sure your feet are where you like them. 10 toes point forward. Root to rise, come on up, high lunge. Good. Exhale, draw your hands down to heart center. Imagine here just a little bit pushing your left knee out towards the left edge of your mat. Really nice, Alexandra. Now twist, right elbow over your left knee. Move slow. Yeah, give your body time to adjust. Be okay with the wiggles. They teach you something about your balance. Fly away or bind as you desire. With so much control, come on back to heart center, no hands down. Yes, release. 2 hands to your mat, either step to down dog or flow. Yogi's choice. Let's inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, sweep it all the way through, half pigeon. Right knee to your right wrist, left leg stretching back on the floor behind you. Square your hips to the top of your mat and then start to bring your body forward and down. If for whatever reason half pigeon isn't working for your hips, your back, your knees today, you can come onto your back for a figure 4 stretch. Crossing your right ankle over your left thigh, reaching your hands around your left thigh, and just gently drawing your left thigh in towards your body. If you are taking figure 4, think of pressing your right knee a little away from you at the same time. Most of us forget that in our figure 4. We'll all start to notice the breath rate, the heart rate beginning to drop a little here. We might start to notice the speed of our thoughts increasing. Can you use the stillness of your body to encourage some stillness through your mind? And it's okay if the stillness in your mind lasts for just 1 or 2 seconds. Continuously come back. Let the mental chatter be simple. Now I inhale. Now I exhale. An opportunity to perhaps once again cultivate in your mind's eye that person who needs an extra breath or 2 today. Can you inhale just for them? And exhale just for them. Exhale now, all your air out. Inhale, sweet, loving breath. And exhale, let it go. Gently and slowly peel yourself away from the mat. Transition to your left side, however you need to do so. Some of us might crave an extra little stretch, a flow. Some of us just might switch our legs here on the floor. Again, the option if left leg desires to take a figure 4 instead, go ahead. It's your practice. Find what your hips, your back, your knees desire here. As we slow down our breath, it is also a really lovely place to find some gratitude for the breath that we have. So often we are so hard on our bodies, so critical of what they can and cannot do, of what they do or don't look like. Can you feel that incredible miracle of your breath sustaining you? Can you offer just a thank you to that body, keeping you going, keeping your breath so supportive, no matter what your yoga practice looked like today? Exhale here, all your air out. Inhale something sweet and deep. And exhale it away. And take your time. Heel yourself gently away from the floor. Wander yourself back into the final down dog of this practice. As you get there, freedom to move here, bending knees, swaying hips, noticing what's different from your first down dog, what's the same, and what is so much a part of your down dog that it will likely never change. I'll invite you onto your knees, preparing for a camel pose. So knees hips width gives some stability. Place your hands to your lower back. Squeeze your elbows towards one another. Inhale first, lift up through your spine. Now exhale, let your head go back. Your upper, middle, and lower back bending to the degree that feels right today. Reaching for your heels is not mandatory. If your hands are on your heels, keep pressing your hips and thighs forward. One more big breath, cracking open that heart. And exhale, hands to your hips, lift your body upright, and just settle your hips to your heels for a moment. Hands are in the lap, or at heart center, or any other place that your hands want to be. Let's get the legs out in front now. You can cross your ankles beneath you or just swing them out to the side. As the legs are in front, find a place where your spine can be nice and tall. If your back is really rounding here, just bend your knees so you can get a nice straight spine. As we inhale, hands high. As we exhale, reach forward and then down. There's no fight, there's no competition, there is no end goal of forward folding. Even once you touch your toes, there's always somewhere to go. Light up your quads a little if you can. Imagine pushing your thigh bones heavy to the floor. Deep breath. And slowly, gently start to roll yourself up to sitting. Let your head rise last. Scoot yourself a little forward on your mat, and then continue that roll all the way down to the floor on your back. Go ahead and draw both knees into your chest. Give yourself a really sweet hug. Thank you, legs, for sustaining me and carrying me this far. Maybe rock and roll a little side to side. Thank you, spine, for all the directions you bent and moved, for being my center. And then feel that pressure of the thighs into your tummy. Thank your insides. Take one more deep breath. And exhale, release it long. Savasana. Let your legs be extended on the floor in front of you. Let your arms be heavy by your sides. If it feels okay, try turning your palms to face up. This not only sets our shoulders nicely in their sockets, but it's also sort of a gesture of receiving. You put out so much over the course of the last hour. Feel that energy now tumble back to your palms. Thank you all so much for being here this morning. Just a few quick announcements and reminders, and then I'll read a quote. We'll take a final breath together. At that point, if you wish to linger in Savasana, you're more than welcome to do so, but I will talk the rest of us up to a seated position at the end, just so you're aware. Always, Yoga to the People is a donation-based studio. That's how we've been since day one. It's how we will always be. If you are able to contribute anything to that cause today, I really want you to know that we deeply appreciate it. Your contributions allow someone else to do yoga today, so thank you. You'll find a link at the top of the chat box there, and I'll repost it again after class. Also, just while you're there, check out our website. There's a lot of really cool opportunities coming up with our studio, including an online teacher training, some meditation workshops, and lots of classes every single day. We close with the quote, with words by Khalil Gibran, who says, "Out of suffering have emerged the strongest of souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars." Exhale all your breath. Deepest, fullest, sweetest inhale of your day. Send it out to someone you love. Exhale, HA. Gently allow your breath to deepen once again. As gently as you possibly can, roll yourself to one side. As gently as you possibly can, use your hands to bring your body up to a sitting position. However you like to sit, be comfortable. From my heart to yours, across the country, across the world, thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for supporting each other. Go out and have an amazing day. Thank you all.